Hello, everyone. Okay, so today we're going to talk about, are you the integrator in your business, and how do you know? What does that look like? What does it feel like? And, a lot of people struggle to understand the difference between a visionary, an integrator, an implementer. So hopefully, if you watched a few days ago, I talked about what an implementer is. Yesterday, we talked about what the visionary is. And today, I want to focus on the integrator. Now, remember, if you have any questions or comments, of course, put them down there. Happy to respond or reply. And if I don't get to you during the live, I will get to you afterwards. All right, let's jump in. So let's discuss what the integrator does, like on a day-to-day basis. One of the big things is the integrator runs the day-to-day operations, right? They are typically the title COO, CEO, president, GMs. It really doesn't matter what the title is. It's that they run the day-to-day and they like it and they're good at it, right? That's what the integrator does. It's kind of like the orchestra. And, you're up there and the conductor, I'm using an analogy and I can't remember the name of I think it's a conductor. So the conductor's up there and the conductor's, if that conductor wasn't keeping that time and the beat and the movements and orchestrating all the different parts and instruments and trying to get it to harmonize and just stood up there like this. I mean, you have a conductor, but nothing's happening, right? The music isn't happening. There's no harmony. It's not beautiful, right? You don't have the emotion. There's no standing ovation for it because they need someone to follow and they need someone to lead them and guide them. And so you as an integrator, you are an orchestrator. You're harmonizing all the functions, all the seats, all the things that are happening, and you make sure that it flows and that it works. You as a vision integrator, you manage the energy and the friction. In the book Traction, Gino talks about really we're just managing these balls of energy in humans, and we are these balls of energy. And that integrator is managing that emotion, that energy. And you know what? When things are going and rocking and rolling, there's friction sometimes of, wait, I disagree on approach, on strategy, on how to get to our 5, 10 year, 20-year target, and what the 3-year picture looks like, what our 1-year plan really should be, what the 90-day rocks are for the organization and for us individually. And there becomes friction. And you as the integrator, you manage that friction. You're making sure that things are going okay. You're really good with people in those situations. You like the trenches. Look at it as this, like you are the glue. All right. You are the glue that holds everything together. And if you are not there, it kind of all falls apart. So integrators stick everything to keep everyone close together and keep it going. 90% of the time, the integrators, the integrators are the decision makers, right? They are making 90% of the decisions, not the visionary. Okay, not the visionary. Now, the integrator and the visionary, they are and should be having it's called the same page meeting, at least monthly for a couple hours, right? To make sure that everyone's always on the same page, that integrator is on the same page with the visionary, who's typically a founder. And the integrators often are founders as well. Not all the time, but it's make sure that, hey, I pretty much know what you're going to say, what we're going to say, we are aligned, and then they can go make 90% of those decisions. On the leadership team, when you have all the functions and all the teams, you're going to have the integrator. Sometimes not everyone's going to agree. A lot of times they won't. But at the end of the day, when a decision has to be made and it's not unanimous in that sense, or you're not really getting a strong consensus, you as the integrator, you're making the call. You're the tiebreaker. You make the decision as that fearless leader of listening to everyone's thoughts and saying, okay, from here, this is the direction we're going to go. So that's really that part of that. Integrators are great communicators, right? So they work closely with that visionary, and then they've got the vision, and they can run and take that vision and communicate it to everybody else. They can communicate and manage strong personalities and even egos, and they can communicate in a clear way so that people understand what they're doing and they understand their role and they understand where they fit. A lot of times people have a problem just because they don't know where they fit in the culture and the vision of where we're going and how they can make an impact and do it. So it's the role of that integrator to make sure that there is that buy-in, that they communicate clearly. The integrator executes and delivers on the P&L, on the results. And of course, you have a finance seat that procures all the reporting, but they own the P&L results, right? They just own it. They understand it and say, this is on me, and we're going to execute, and we're going to make sure that this happens, and here's why. So they are just great at doing that. The integrator focuses on leading, managing, and holding people accountable, right? We talked yesterday that is not the visionary, okay? Not the visionary. But the integrator, yes, they're leading the leadership team and the functions of the different heads of the functions. They are managing the people. They are the ones that are holding people accountable to their goals and their commitments of what they're going to do in those next 90 days. And, they're supporting, guiding, leading, managing, and they do it well and they enjoy it. And this is a big thing. They also solve all these cross-functional issues, so they're on this integrator seat, but you have a sales function, you may have a marketing function, you may have a couple ops, like you may have some finance or HR seats. Those are a lot of functions, and there are a lot of issues that come up, right? Sales might be upset because, man, we're selling, and you in operations over there, like fulfillment, you're slow, or you're not doing it. And fulfillment's like, well, yeah, but you're making promises that we can't keep. Since when do we do that? We don't do that, or sales and marketing. That's not our messaging. So a lot of problems are going to come up. And you as the integrator, you have to be great at knowing how to solve these cross-functional issues in a way that people are okay with the results. Sometimes they're not happy with the decision, but you are good at solving those issues. And that leads into, you enjoy being in the weeds, you enjoy the trenches. And it doesn't bother you. It's actually, you kind of thrive there. And you thrive on making a system, processes, automation, like creating this machine that just is operating and people are executing and we're being consistent. Because when we're consistent and we make decisions on data and not emotion, and we have right people in the right seats and we start doing what we want to do, oh man, we're going to start scaling. And the integrator loves that. They love that mindset of creating a machine. And one thing they also love is taking a vision and running with it, right? The visionary has all these ideas and the integrator says, hey, those are a lot of great ideas. I'm going to take these ones and this one. Do I understand? Are we on the same page? We've got clarity. Yeah. Take it, bring it down, and get traction on it. They're great at getting the vision, clarifying, communicating that vision, and off we go. And they do that really, really well. And, lastly here probably is they love it. They love what they do. They enjoy it. It's fun for them. It's not, right? When you have a visionary in the integrator seat, all these things that we just talked about, they do not love. That visionary does not love to do, and they're not great at it. Well, if they're not great at it, how do you think that leadership team feels? How do you think do you think they want to be a part of that? Do you think they want to, there's not a lot of buy-in. You got these spikes of productivity. No, that doesn't work, right? So that visionary stuck in an integrator seat causes problems, causes issues. So make sure that if you are a visionary, you stay in the visionary seat, integrator in the integrator seat. Now you got to ask, am I an integrator? What does that look like? What are my roles? And jump in and dive into exactly what you do and what you do best. And you'll start to see the ability to scale and grow and increase profitability the way that you truly want to. All right, that's it for today. We'll talk to you next time.